राधा राधित राधेशा राधिका प्राणवल्लभा राधा रमणा वन्दे त्वं राधिका प्रेम निर्जितः.
Let's start 2026 the right way. Let's take shelter at Shri Krishna's lotus feet. Let's seek his divine blessings. May Shri Krishna bless us all with his amazing grace. Happy 2026 to us all. Namaste, Haribol, Radhe Radhe. I, Vijayalakshmi, welcome you all back to this number one episode of 2026 on Positive. I today want to dedicate this first episode on the special prayer done by Queen Kunti because I remember exactly 2 years ago in 2024, the first video that I uploaded was on the same subject, that how Queen Kunti, now that they have got the kingdom and they have all the glory which is beyond our imagination, even then she is begging for calamity, for problems in her life. Why? Because when she had Shri Krishna in her life, even though there were problems, but she had Shri Krishna in her life. And now that Krishna is going to his land, Dwarka, she is asking and begging for calamities. Let's read the text. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you. You here is Shri Krishna. Again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. Purport. Generally, the distressed, the needy, the intelligent, and the inquisitive who have performed some pious activities worship or begin to worship the Lord, Shri Hari. Others who are thriving on misdeeds only, regardless of status, cannot approach the Supreme due to being misled by the illusory energy. Therefore, for a pious person, if there is some calamity, there is no other alternative than to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord means preparing for liberation from birth and death. Therefore, even though there are so called calamities, they are welcome because they give us an opportunity to remember the Lord, which means liberation. One who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing the ocean of nescience, can achieve liberation as easily as one leaps over the holes made by the hoofs of a calf. Such persons are meant to reside in the abode of the Lord, and they have nothing to do with a place where there is danger in every step. Now, that place is earth. When we are in danger all the times, and if we forget taking Lord's name, we are in danger nowhere, no matter wherever we are. It further says, this material world is certified by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita as a dangerous place of calamities. Less intelligent persons prepare plans to adjust to those calamities without knowing that the nature of this place is itself full of calamities. They have no information of the abode of the Lord, which is full of bliss and without trace of calamity. The duty of the sane person, therefore, is to be undisturbed by worldly calamities, which are sure to happen in all circumstances. Suffering all sorts of unavoidable misfortunes, one should make progress in spiritual realization because that is the mission of human life. So, the mission of human life is not to accumulate tons of wealth and the things that we are running after. It is to progress in spiritual realization. And how will that happen? I have shared in my Bhakti Yoga series a special episode on Navada Bhakti, the 9 doors of devotion that leads us to the heart of Shri Krishna. The spirit soul is transcendental to all material calamities. Therefore, the so called calamities are called false. A man may see a tiger swallowing him in a dream and he may cry for this calamity. Actually, there is no tiger and there is no swallowing. It is simply a case of dreams. In the same way, all calamities of life are said to be dreams. If someone is lucky enough to get in contact with the Lord by devotional service, it is all gain. Contact with the Lord by one of the 9 devotional services is always a forward step on the path going back to Godhead. So, this shows that we are constantly suffering because we are living on this planet Earth, which is full of suffering. And if we want to break free from birth and death and the cycle, then we have to attain the lotus feet of Lord. And do you know the fun fact? It's interesting that how the devotees of the Lord, they have no desire. They do not even desire to break from the cycle of this birth and death. All they want is association with the Lord and His holy name. Just like how Queen Kunti, after having the kingdom and everything that one can think of even today, and maybe beyond our imagination, she had that everything. But what she wanted, what was her desire? To be associated with the Lord, Shri Hari. This is pure love for Shri Krishna. And may I also grow love for Shri Krishna. So, in the upcoming episodes, because I have completed 2 years of sharing videos on my positive, and I post different kind of content on positive Hindi also, that's in Hindi. Now I want to take this journey ahead. I know time is limited. I also don't have that much time with all the household duties that we have. But I want to start now something new on positive. I'm thinking that I'll be starting a new series on Srimad Bhagavatam. That way, I can also get back to routine with reading my Srimad Bhagavatam. So let me know in the comments that would you be interested if I start Srimad Bhagavatam series. Nevertheless, I'll be starting the series anyway. I know that because I'm doing it more for myself than for others. Because once I sit in front of my camera and I start recording, I am preaching it to myself more than anybody else. So I'll be launching Srimad Bhagavatam series on positive, because to remember the lotus feet of Shri Hari, to be associated with Shri Hari, is the mission of at least my life. Thank you so much for all those who are and who have been and will be with me on this journey called Positive, where we take a pause to connect with the great Lord Shri Krishna. May He bless us all, and may we all attain devotion at His lotus feet. I'll see you next week. Hopefully, I'll be uploading more episodes on positive every week. I'll see you next Wednesday, maybe soon, on YouTube and Spotify. Till then, keep on chanting and keep on glorifying the great Lord Shri Hari. Namaste, Hari Bol, Radhe Radhe.